love songs that have a catchy chorus because that means I can sing along really, really fast. Tonight, we welcome back a man whose music speaks to the soul, whose podcast speaks to the culture, and whose life just stepped into a brand new season. First time he came on the show, he was an artist. Second time, a husband, and now a father. Then Cyco returns with his newest track. It's called Misimo, a song that reminds us that every chapter of our lives has purpose. Welcome back to the show, Ben Cyco.
It's always a pleasure to be back, man.
Cyco continues.
I'm like, whoever comes up with this is so creative, and it always happens at
NTV, right?
And then you mentioned that the first time I came here I was an artist, the second time I was newly married, now I'm coming back as a dad. And I remember my first experience with the trend and how I got to be interviewed on the trend.
Yeah. I
used to be an intern somewhere. So I was bringing an artist to, I was like one of those guys who you have to follow this artist, bring them to the show.
Yeah,
and
like a chaperone.
Yeah, and then they came to this show, and then they were told to perform, and they were like, no, we didn't agree on performance. They wanted some special kinds of, I think, equipment.
Yeah.
And so they walked out, and so guys at the trend didn't have anybody to interview, and they're like, but this guy is an artist.
Yeah.
And that's how I got my first interview at the trend.
Wait, was it me or Larry?
It was Larry.
It was
Larry, yeah.
So that was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago. That was like 2017, 2018.
Oh, so then that was, no, I was here 2017. Oh, must have been early 2017.
It was I think.
That's so, thank you for saving. Let me tell you, it's usually so much pressure. Sometimes it happens like that where all the guests just, somehow they just don't turn up. So thank you for being such a great sport.
It's so interesting.
Yeah.
And you know, like the trend is always a big deal. So like at that time, like, yo, bro, I made it.
I was on the trend. What are you talking about? Because as an intern.
Yeah.
So you've been here even earlier.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
That was, and then now we got married, came back.
Yes.
Then there was a time now we also came with 1-0.
Yes.
And then now here again, I'm back.
Yes.
I just love coming to this show.
Oh, that's so cool. I'm so happy to hear that. That is so interesting because the first time I think it was before the podcast being now live. So it's just been different seasons and we welcome you time and again. I want to ask you some questions because we never do this. We never do this. And when Judy is watching, by the way, it's not that when you're not here is when we are doing these questions.
Okay.
You know? Now, describe your current season using 3 emojis. Which one would they be? The crying one?
The running one, how hectic it is. The smiling one as well, because I'm happy. And what do I use? Music. Just put the music one. Yeah. So the running one, the smiling one, and then the music one.
Okay. Baby spit up or podcast tech failure? Which one is going to ruin the day?
Podcast tech failure.
Okay. So if Misimo, right, were a season of the year for you, which one is the current season?
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving? Thanksgiving is not a season.
Wait, it's just a season of Thanksgiving.
Okay, fine. I like how you twist there. Sawa, sawa.
It's a media training.
One thing that you are now an expert in, that Ben Cyco, the one who first came on the show as an intern, would be surprised.
So I'm an expert.
Yes. What are you an expert in right now? You have managed to just clock and get that Zamani.
Like just loving my own stuff, loving my own music, content. You know, that time nilikuwa najicriticize sana because of also the criticism that you'd get from people. But now, I'm borderline bulletproof.
Oh, that's good. The industry does that to you. Fame does that to you.
Yeah, it does. But at first you really doubt yourself to a point where you might even go crazy.
Yeah.
And then with time, you just find your space.
Okay. Now, what's harder, recording a live podcast or putting your baby to sleep?
Putting my baby to sleep.
Because you're enough.
I don't even do it most of the time.
Because you're like, I tried.
Oh my God. The number of times I bribed my wife to do that for me. I can't beg her.
You're like, acha nioshe vyombo.
By the way, mimi niko ready kukuwa security guard leo usiku yote, you know.
Silali. Well, alisha umtoi silali. All right, so finish this. Every season in my life has taught me that.
Every season in my life has taught me that it gets better. Yeah,
that's true. It does get better, but in the thick of it, you don't feel, you don't see.
You're so confused.
Any positivity. You're like, this is the end. We have tried.
It's like venye tumefungwa leo, manze. I'm so sad, man.
Manze, Sindio. Sindio, did you watch the match?
No, I didn't go. I didn't go to watch live, but I felt so bad.
Yeah.
Because of
TZ.
Yeah, ngoja tu wamalize kesho. Vibaya sana. Lakini pia wamenyoroshwa.
Wamenyoroshwa, nimefurahi. Hata nimeanza kukram Morocco nini. It would have been worse if Tanzania won.
I felt so bad today. I don't know. I feel like a heartbreak.
It's true. It does feel like that because we were united as a country.
Crazy.
So the win felt like it was a win for us all.
So
the loss felt like.
So happy.
Yeah, but they've done well. What have you thought of the matches so far?
I think they've really surpassed our expectations. Madagascar is a strong team.
It is.
And I think the last time we played, because I was listening to somebody do an analysis, and I think the last time we played was the 80s. Na bado walitunyorosha.
Yeah.
So constant. And it was, I think, 2-0. So I think Cyco at least tumetoka na bao.
Yeah, that's true. You know, I was so overconfident. I was like, surely this is the new Harambee Stars, new and improved.
Madagascar are good. Wamejaribu sana. We beat Morocco.
We did, which was also a big deal.
Yeah.
It was also a big deal. Morocco, wait, in the World Cup, Morocco beat which country that was so shocking? Was it Brazil, Argentina? There was a team they beat and everyone was like, yeah. It was so big, I don't know.
I can't remember
Spain!
Oh, yeah.
It was Spain, which was a big
stars.
deal. It was a big deal. All right, so now, becoming a dad.
Yeah.
What's your favorite part of being a dad? How do you feel like it's impacted your life, changed how you view life? And
I think one of my best parts is just getting home and the boy just screams at me. Like when I get in the house, even if he's eating, he'll stop just to run or just to, well, he's now signed on anajaribu kutembea, like just to crawl to mat, and that's just, it makes me so happy. Aww. That is just the cute. I think babies give you the cutest form of love that you can ever experience from anyone else. Yeah,
it's unconditional.
Kabisa, it's just pure, you know.
Yes.
It's like when somebody asks what are like the benefits of having kids, and really you can't say that you're banking on the financial and most of it is you giving.
True.
I don't know, it's just as something that makes you a very selfless human being. Hakuna kitu itakufundisha true love kama kukuwa mzazi.
Very true. In fact, it's true.
Yeah. So big shout out to our parents as well.
Yeah, because you know, especially if you had good parents, they give you an example of how to be a parent. Yeah. You know,
the ones who are present and the ones who tried. You know?
And the ones who tried.
The best.
Now, as an adult, you see it was not easy.
Yeah, hey, you respect them. I was with my folks today. I was just appreciating them because my boy is turning 1 tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow is his birthday. Yeah. So you can send the dad, like a baby lape vichini to me baba yake.
Yeah.
You know, I was telling my wife that when we growing up, when our grandmothers would give our mothers or our parents money to give us, it never got to us. And then I'm like, even if somebody was to give me money now for my son, I don't. Embezzlement.
Hakuna.
Tutatenga.
Tutaweka.
Tutaunda hiyo barabara.
Tutajenga hospitali.
Tutaweka stadium nne.
Mingi. In every county.
Kila county itakuwa na stadium nne.
That's true. Because, you know, I mean, you can't see, you're spending already, you're spending a lot of money.
Exactly. Now I get them. I get why they used to do that.
So you said it's changed you too. How has it changed you? Like career-wise, is that why you're even releasing this song? Like,
I think you become more serious. I think everything now has to make sense for you. You know, you put in more effort. I like taking, now everything I'm doing, I'm very serious about it. From the podcast to influencing, content creation, to music. You know, now I just did this album. This album took like almost 2.5 years, you know, working on it with some of the biggest guys in the game. So I think unakuwa serious kiasi because now the repercussions are a bit bigger because there's somebody who's waiting for you. And then you also have to be a good role model to that young kid. So sometimes there's some things you just can't do because you're like, now I'm a dad to this one. I need to show him how it's supposed to be done. Yeah.
Have you wrapped around your head that, you know, you are a father? It takes so long. I still don't believe I'm a mom sometimes.
Oh, really?
You know? So I'm like, yani wewe ni wangu, ni mimi.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I don't think bado. I don't think fully, you know.
Like you're just like, aje.
Well, like, especially when he's going through different phases now. When now he can stand. He's starting to say baba.
Yeah.
You know,
you're like, what?
And then he's like now laughing, trying to say some words. You're like, hey, I'm such a scam. Am I the leader of this home?
Me.
You know, like today I was asking myself, am I really the leader of this house? You know, I don't think I behave like, I don't know. I feel like it's supposed to come with something, but yes, here you are. You know? So like, I guess to Nikitu, I don't know, you just wing it, but you wing it in the best way possible.
Yeah.
Best of your ability.
Yeah, you're like, I'm still children.
Yeah, but
head of the household. It takes a village, they say. I know you're very close with your bro, who's watching, by the way.
My bro. And he told me to big him up. So big shout out to Sam and Jerry.
Yeah.
This is like a big shout out to them. Well, in Jane were big up, Nicole. This is not the 70s.
Hey, people big up, please.
Yeah.
We are big enough all the time. Shout out to you guys.
So they're actually staying up to watch this part. So big shout out to them.
And is your baby watching? Is he like, Daddy?
Yeah, my boy is asleep,
Melala.
Ata the mom.
Yeah. Oh, what's Melala?
Yeah.
Jamani
Actually, so when I got to town, I called my wife and I'm like, wow, you guys, you know, like now our house was mapema, like by 9, but I got to town, I was packed. I'm like, such different worlds.
It is.
Crazy.
It is. Your cycle is now different. Your
cycle continues.
Get it? Your cycle is now different. That's why.
Yeah.
Now, you and Wanjiru have shared your highs, you've shared your lows publicly, including your journey to parenthood.
Yes.
How did the emotional weight of the past seasons, Misimu is going to be the theme of the whole interview, you know, like grief, healing, how did that shape you and the message of your new song?
I think maybe for people who don't have the context is that we lost our first baby through a miscarriage, and it was crazy because it's one of those things you never think it could happen to you. You know the things we take for granted, and until they happen to you, that's when you're like, wow, this thing actually hits really hard. And then we were actually in the middle of a season, a podcast season, and so we still had to finish it, you know. But you know, it was a heavy season. But then again, you know, God is just faithful. Like I think 2 months later or a month, my wife was pregnant again with now the boy. And how that shapes you, the first incident is that throughout my wife's pregnancy, I was very anxious. Like I was, like even when I'm driving, I have to watch over potholes and all, just to ensure everything is okay. But you just realize it's a reaction based on what has happened to you. So that's one of the ways in which it changed me at that time. Even when my baby was born. So like my mom was making jokes today. I was very strict and hard on them. Wakikuja was like, hey, usikuje na perfume hapa, no usikuje na maua, usikuje like I was.
Na kama uko na homa hata usikuje.
Kama uko na homa delete namba yangu.
Delete. Usiwahi niongelesha.
Usiwahi ni call, wewe share to UG.
I know. You're like, you know, what, sanitizer.
Like I was such a dead. I was crazy. I was OCD on steroids. You know, like guys would get into a house. I bought like 2 sanitizers. In fact, I bought like, I don't want to mention brands, but I bought like the original ones. Just to ensure 99%. Hey, I harassed
the smell
people,
is spraying.
Hey, man,
you know, there's some restaurants that used to have that thing where you walk in and then your whole body is sprayed.
I wish have that, you know.
Like you walk in, the shoes, remove them.
I love now, you know, doc doesn't help, but doesn't make things easier by saying things like, you know, the baby doesn't have any vaccine at this time. So his immunity is still very weak.
You're like,
every time he says that, you can't sneeze twice in my house. Like, every time
referee, red card.
So,
what about carrying the baby? Were you like, please be careful?
What? Me, I'm telling you, I mean, I was crazy. So the first time we leave Hosi, so first of all, somebody told me that AC is not good for babies. So there's no way we're using AC in the car.
Of course.
We can't take down the windows because I don't want dust to come in. To come home, cut my sweat.
I understand
I was so extra. Oh my God.
I understand it.
So now my wife the other day was telling me that she's noticed that I'm really letting go because now, like anaweza kula anything, like saying I've learned.
Yes, it's after the first year.
Yeah, you know, I've learned that baby, watoto pia ni wa Mungu. And the immunity also develops. So hey, I was crazy.
But he didn't fall sick the first year.
No, he didn't.
Of course, that's what I'm trying to say. I was just as the anal, I was scared as well.
Oh, really?
Everyone has that fear. Yeah, it's just you want them to be healthy, you want them to be okay. You're just worried. He's so small, you know?
Bro, me, I think my mom was making fun of me today. I was like, hey, man, we'll to harass. After you know you're the parent, so even your mom has to obey.
Yeah, and she's like, you know, I took care of you.
There's a weird dynamic where they have to listen to what I have to say, and my opinion largely matters, you know. Yeah, it was a very interesting season.
Yeah, you know, like mine is the most important. As it should be, as it should be.
Yeah.
Now, tell me a bit about the album.
Yeah. So the album is called Misimu. I've written the album through different seasons of my life. There were seasons of highs, lows. And so it took a period of like 2 years. I was working very closely with Musioka. So Musioka is the one who did the mastering and the mixing of the whole album, and then just different people in the industry as well. So it's an album that has different seasons of your life, and I would suggest that guys listen to it. It's really it's a banger. And so today we are premiering the first song that I've shot a music video. It's called Leo. And this is actually my first TV or media interview to do.
Yeah. Oh,
the only one I didn't know was radio. This is now television. So this is where we're going to be playing Leo first.
Yes. Okay, so DJ E.
Yeah.
Where's DJ E? My DJ. Please come from wherever you are.
And
where did E go to? So I need E to come because I need us to play the record. I need us to play the song so that you can take us through the creative concept of the video. And I think we sort of saw a snippet while you were performing. So as E comes, you know, back to play the jam, I'm going to ask you a question that females are asked all the time. How do you balance now fatherhood, being a podcaster? Because they never ask the gents how they balance it. Being an artist, being a podcaster, being a dad, a husband.
Oh, it's so hard. The society doesn't understand. Nobody cares about us. No, I mean, I guess you have to balance. It's a lot of work. It's crazy. Sometimes I meet with Janet, who also has a show on this station, Janet Muga, and she tells me that if as a parent you find it hard, there's a probability you're doing something right. And so when it's actually very demanding, because you might be shooting a podcast in the morning, or maybe you have studio in the afternoon, and I try to get home pretty early before he sleeps, so that at least we touch base, play together, and all that stuff. So I think it's tough work, to be honest. It's not that easy.
Yeah. Oh, well, at least you're blessed. Your life is moving on. I'm sure your friends keep telling you, wow, you know, bro, you're blessed. No, I'm any good.
Well, yeah, he used to tell me that, Moji, and now he also has a baby coming on the way. So I can't wait for his 4th trimester. Macho red. I'm really looking forward to that. I'll be visiting them just to enjoy them suffering.
Hey, look at you now. Giving advice, giving advice.
Not giving advice. Me and Dogo wakiona
that window.
That season.
That season.
In fact, women ask each other, so you knew it was going to be like this? Yes.
Yeah.
You knew it is this hard? Yes. Yes.
Nobody prepares you. Like, no matter how many books you read or whatever, how many podcasts, nobody, until you experience the real thing. Sleep for 2 hours, wake up, 2 hours, wake up.
And everyone intentionally wakes up the husband as well. Yani tunapiga kelele pamoja sisi kunalala. Kwa nini wewe unalala? Whether you have work in the morning or not, we're waking up together.
Maybe moral support, but anyway, sawa.
Okay, now we don't have the video. I understand, E, you have an issue?
Yes, a bit of an issue.
Oh, sorry. We were going to debut the song.
Yeah, man.
Okay. All right. Okay, so we can't even play it directly, can we? We can't on YouTube. All right, I know the viewer is wondering, am I talking to them? Sorry, I'm talking to my director in my ear. Okay, so we have the audio. So I want us to play a little bit, then you're going to sing on it. All right, so it's called Leo from his Misimu album.
Okay. The bass guitar, baby. Mambo ya Biblia ni noma, tukisoma tunashtuka, historia inajirudia. Leo. Mambo ya Biblia ni noma, tukisoma tunashtuka, historia inajirudia.
Kali.
Hey.
You know, I always tell how
Fancy.
successful
No,
a song
that's
is going to be based
Yeah.
on how repetitive, easy,
Yeah.
and memorable the chorus
Yeah.
is. So if me niko hapa naishika,
Weshkaraka.
inamaanisha
By the way,
wasee wote.
honestly,
Yeah.
hata even
Yeah.
you remember the first time I downloaded it.
Yeah.
Hata nikitoka I was even singing.
Yeah.
So,
And I
That's
think
like, yeah.
getting a simple song is very hard actually.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
It's actually very easy to
It's
get
very
a
hard.
complicated song.
Oh, yeah.
Very easy. But getting those catchy melodies is always very hard. So this song was actually written by my friend Pitson. He wrote it for me.
Oh,
sent it to me.
Pitson.
Nice.
Yeah,
Wow.
big shout out to Pitson.
How long did it take to write it?
Pitson?
Yeah.
I don't know how long it took it.
Oh,
but
okay, he sent it to you.
I spoke to him, I told him I need a song that sounds like this, and then he got back to me. I think after like a month,
Yeah.
sent me like 3 songs, like choose 2.
Yeah.
So big shout out to Rev, man.
Yeah, man, Pitson is always
Yeah.
writing songs.
He's mad
And I'm always
too,
asking him, usikiangi vibaya ukipatiana hiyo ngoma kama sasa hii.
Yeah,
lazima
yeah,
asikie
yeah.
hii, lazima
Any
asikie
hit.
vibaya.
I wonder how he feels akiona sasa now you've done it.
But
and
the
it-
gift.
You know, yeah.
It's a gift that is just so unique, man. Such
Because him he can write as many songs.
Yeah, it means he has to put himself
In your mind.
in your mind
Yeah.
to be able to deliver like you. That's what makes him really dope.
Wow,
you know?
that's
And big shout out to Pitson.
Yeah,
That's
that's
dope
true.
that you're working with also with writers. I haven't seen that in a long
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Because wasi wengi au ingia na jiandikia ndio like
Wanajaminia.
umejamini sana kidogo. Yeah, you know.
When you're working on a big project like an album, you have to think outside the box, such
Yeah,
that
yeah.
you know that these ones you can deliver.
Yeah.
This one I can't deliver. I would love a song that sounds like this, and so you involve as many people as possible. Even the producers. Partly it was produced by Haji.
Yeah.
Then Musyoka would take it, dismantle
I had
it.
that bass. I was like,
You know,
Yeah, it
that
sounds
has to be.
very
That's
Musyoka, doesn't
Yes,
it?
Musyoka in the bass. There's
Yeah.
something he does in the bass. Wow.
So it's the power. In fact, I think it's only in Kenya where people take pride in just working on something alone, you know?
Yeah.
When you look at abroad or just when music is at a professional level, you involve more people.
Yeah.
That's what creates
Yeah.
our hit.
It's true. It's true.
You know,
Well,
here,
it
I mean, I was
sounds
asking
great.
myself, when are you going to give us a jam?
You know what? I was.
We keep
it's
asking,
so funny.
like,
It's
wait,
so
hapa
funny.
mimi
you
najua
said that.
mimi. Nani
Nani ameimba hiyo part?
A friend of mine from church, like she's not like.
She's not even an artist.
She
Wow.
sings in the prison worship team, but she's not
Okay.
like a celebrity. I was like, this one will
need that
deliver.
Yeah. But then I'm a demo praise and worship. Hata
Hey,
shule-
Carey.
that's actually
shule
the best.
walikuwa naimba.
Yeah.
I'm like, who is that Mariah Carey? Who is this
Hey.
lady? You know?
Crazy.
But they do sound good. And I was just thinking that as you were singing that, you know, you do all these things and you still put out music. I was like, what excuse do I have? And it's
Yeah.
something that I love. And as you've said, it
Yeah.
makes you have a thick skin.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what people will say.
Yeah.
You'll find your audience and your people. Thank you so much for
So
that.
are you-
I will. I'm challenged.
Oh, really?
I am challenged. In
That would be
fact,
dope.
I really, really
You
am.
need to remind them.
Yes,
you need to, yeah.
I should. All right, so we've got to Love and Let You Go,
Oh,
but
thank you.
the video is out. Tell
Yeah.
people where to get that and tell people where they can listen to Miss Simu.
So the video is out on YouTube. Make sure you check it out. It just dropped today. And you can stream Miss Simu on Spotify, Apple Music, Boomplay, any streaming platform. I'm there. And yeah, enjoy the album.
Yes,
Yeah.
please do enjoy it. Make sure that you also subscribe to all of their channels
Yeah,
because
please.
they have
Joyride
a
Podcast.
couple of them.
Yeah.
Joyride Podcast,
Joyride Podcast.
Ben Cyco,
Yeah, Ben Cyco
on
Music.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Does Wanjiru have her own?
Wanjiru Njiru, she has her YouTube channel.
Yeah.
But make sure you follow her on Instagram as well.
Yes.
And TikTok.
Oh, that is so cute.
Yeah.
Ata
Awesome.
represents Ata
Yeah.
kama Milala. I love that
Ni
so
manager
much.
wake.
And truly, I wish you all the best. You're a
Thank you.
kind-hearted man
Thank you.
who
Thank
has
you,
always
Amina.
been an absolute gentleman.
Thank
You're
you.
truly blessed, honestly.
you.
And I wish you all the best with
Thank
everything
you.
that you release and do. Ben Cyco, thank you very much for coming through on The Trend. We are about to take